Well, I wanted to catch up with our friends at Gleaning for the World and check in and see how the Teddy Bear Brigade is going. And if you don't know much about Teddy Bear Brigade, we're about to enlighten you a little bit. Can you see all these teddy bears? And they're not just teddy bears. We got tigers and horses and things like that. But Chris Ellis is here to fill us in on Teddy Bear Brigade and the reason Gleaning for the World does this, why you do this. So fill us in first with Gleaning for the World and why you put this program together.
Absolutely. Well, Gleaning for the World has been collecting stuffed animals for 10 years now, and it really all has to do with children. Many of the children we work with have either come from an impoverished situation, maybe they've been through a natural disaster, whatever it might be. As Gleaning is taking care of the physical needs, we know there's a huge emotional need, and so we try to come alongside with the stuffed animals to give to a child, to let them know, hey, here's something that bring a little comfort, let them know that they're loved, they're thought about, and just take care of that emotional need, which we know that's there.
I would say, if nothing else, put a smile on their face, because I know we've seen pictures, and we've got pictures of your most recent trip, and it just, when I was putting the pictures together, I got chills, because you just see these kids, and you know, oh my gosh, you just, you hear about all the things they're going through, and then when you see that smile on their face,
exactly.
I mean, it just look at that beautiful little girl right there. So point being that you try to get these stuffed animals year-round from all over the region.
Exactly. Yeah, we partner with people not just in Central Virginia, but in fact all over the country. In fact, we have just recently received stuffed animal donations from people in 16 different states across the country. A total of 26 states where we've received donations in just the last year, which is amazing.
Wow.
A lot of people get their stuffed animal collection or maybe their Beanie Baby collection, box it up, and put it in the mail to us. And so it's really neat. I love when those things come in and it's kind of, where did this one come from? Where did this one? The West Coast, the Midwest, that kind of East Coast, Virginia, it's awesome.
Oh, and you can imagine
a lot of
the
fun.
Stories that go along with them.
Exactly.
Now, are you specifically looking for stuffed types of animals, or can they be dolls, Barbies, that kind of thing? Or is it
yeah, it's primarily the soft plushie.
Okay.
We try to stay away from the hard face things, just because sometimes they can be difficult to clean and what.
They're not as cuddly.
Right. And anything that's electronic.
Can't hug them,
Exactly. Anything that's electronic that makes noise, we try to stay away from that. But anything even as small as I mentioned, a Beanie Baby, all the way up. It doesn't have to be a teddy bear. It can be any kind of, as you see the variety here of all kinds of stuffed animals. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, whatever it might be. So really the main restriction is that it not be battery operated, and that it not have anything political on it, like a USA, because sometimes we send these to countries where people, and we'd hate for anything to ever happen to a child because of something we sent. But other than that, keep it non-scary, we can use it. And
how do you determine where the next batch is going to? I mean, does that go along with what Gleaning is doing and where your efforts are? Typically.
Sometimes it may be because of a natural disaster like the wildfires in Colorado and the flooding in Florida. We were sending humanitarian aid there, and we had children that had been displaced. Their homes were burned up, or the home had been flooded, and so as we were sending the water and the blankets and those things, we wanted to send along a toy just to help them. And so a lot of times that will determine it, but it may also be wherever we're sending the humanitarian assistance. We like to put, especially if we know it's going to a place where there's children, and most of them are, we like to include some stuffed animals on every shipment that we send out from Gleaning for the World.
Well, and it's amazing because, I have nephews, and we're always in the toy aisles and that kind of thing, and you see the tiniest little bear. It might even just be a couple bucks or something, and you don't realize that something so small and so inexpensive can make such a huge difference in a child's life.
Exactly. I mean, you were talking about the pictures we were looking at, and you just see them. In many cases, it's the first time they've ever had anything like this. And so at first, they may be unsure, but once they get that, it's just that natural reaction. I mean, you don't have to teach a child to cuddle with a stuffed animal.
It just changes things. All right, well, let's let people know where they can send, and you'll also take financial donations to buy some of these bears. So here's the information. They are there in Concord. Give them a call, or you can go to the website gftw.org. Keep up the good work, Chris. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll be right back.